Hi, this is the last day of 2015, New Year's Eve, and this is Founder's Dark Penance, which is an Imperial Black IPA. This was recommended to me indirectly by a friend of mine, Mr. James, who recommended that I brew this when I start brewing in a couple of months. And hadn't had it before, so I thought, well, I better pick some up, try it, and see if I like it enough that I would add it to my list of clone attempts when that time comes. But anyway, the commercial description says it's a heavy malt foundation, including crystal malt for sweetness and just enough midnight wheat malt to push the color to black. The bitterness is huge, but balanced by malt sweetness and alcohol burn. It is 8.9%. The hop flavors and aromas range from citrus to floral to pine, thanks to a delicious blend of hand-selected Chinook and Centennial hops. And it rates a 98 overall and a 96 in style. That's after 760 reviews. Over on Beer Advocate, it's a 90, which is outstanding. That's after 300 reviews. It does say it's 100 IBUs. Anyway, I'm ready to move on and smell it, taste it. Uh-oh. That is failing me at the moment. We'll have to check that out. Always have a reserve opener on hand. Never be caught without a reserve opener. All right. We'll pour it using IPA glass. It's obviously very dark. It'd be interesting to see how much of the dark roast malt you get, because they talked about using midnight wheat to push the color to blackness. There are some dark roasted malts that don't have a lot of flavor, don't have a lot of of that deep stout character to it. Yet, rather they impart color almost exclusively, the dark color. So I don't know if this midnight wheat has much flavor on its own or it was used exclusively to darken it. So again, with black IPAs, to me, they should be a perfect blend of a very roasty, dark, roasty, toasty, stout experience, along with a very citrusy, pine, floral, aromatic hop IPA experience. So it looks extremely dark. I can see through the very bottom of the glass. I think you can too. It's clear, not very carbonated, although we did get a good three-finger head here, mostly dense, but not tons of bubbles rising up in there. And it's kind of that golden cola color down there through the very bottom. I can even see some through here in the stem too. So it's more dark brown than black. Want to smell it now. Definitely getting, I don't smell the dark toasted, dark roasted malts as much as I'm really getting the pineapple citrus aroma of the hops. All right, let me back that up a little bit. I'm getting some dark roasted small aroma, dark roasted malt aroma, but mostly it's the pineapple citrus. They mentioned pine. Oh, there it is too. Oh, good blend. All right, now it's time to taste it. Wow, okay, that's a mega palate cleanser taste. Now let's taste it and describe what's happening here. Intense would be the first word that comes to mind. By intense, that would include hop bitterness. Definitely there. I believe the 100 IBUs. Wow. I think some of that bitterness, though, is also from the dark roasted malts, because I do get a good amount, not as much as the last black IPA I had, which I forget what it was, but it was one of the most recent reviews. This is an Imperial black IPA, so everything's more intense. Although, as I just said, the dark roasted malt flavor isn't as pronounced. But the hop bitterness, the hop aroma, and flavor, there is a sweetness here, and I guess they're saying it's from the crystal malt. Very balanced. Okay, that's good. About 3 swallows. It's not so in your face intense anymore. Now it's just a very bold Imperial IPA with a good dark roasted malt balance to it. Very good. I believe the 4-pack was $11, so not inexpensive. Kind of a special treat, but I'm glad I've got this on my list now. This is quite good. One more sip, we'll wrap up. Mouthfeel is above medium, but not heavy. I wouldn't call it heavy like a good Imperial Stout. Wow. This is a good example of a black IPA on steroids. It's an Imperial, so you've got more malt, more hops, more everything, more ABV. So highly recommended. I would get this again in a heartbeat. Dark Penance Imperial Black IPA from Founders. That's the beer. This is the last beer review for 2015, and this is Fred FR5ED with a silent 5. See you in 2016.